everyone, so I'm back with another A Teen's View on, and I'm going to be talking about New York state testing, which kind of makes it obvious that I live in New York, but I don't think that's a big deal because you guys probably aren't going to stalk me just from my state. So state testing in New York has gotten ridiculous, and I really just want to take a minute to talk about it, and I'm going to tweet this to every governor, senator, even the president if I can. Like, I'm just going to let everybody see this video. So please, if you go to my school or another district where your testing is getting obnoxious, please comment with feedback below. Thanks. I'm gonna start talking now. So, I know many states don't have what we call Regences. I know you probably all have a standardized state test, but we have Regences, which are extremely difficult, and they are actually set up to make people fail, because that way that they can weed out the people who aren't so good at the subject. So people who are good on the subject will go on to careers that have to do with that subject. For example, I'm in chemistry, and our teacher has told us that the Regents is set up to make most people fail, so that the only people who will go on to have a science career are the people who are really good and can ace that Regents, which isn't many of us. And it's not at the fault of my teacher, because my teacher is the best teacher on the universe. She could teach anything, really. She's awesome. Our teachers, I take a Regents this year in U.S. History and Government, in Chemistry, and in Trigonometry / Algebra 2. And so the Regents are so hard. Our teachers tell us, we don't know what's going to be on the Regents. We can just teach you what is usually on the Regents and hope for the best. And then sometimes we run into questions that we don't know when we're practicing, and they're like, you know what, it's going to happen. You just have to do your best because we don't know what's on it. We can't teach you everything. Like, what is going on with that? Regents are really strict. You're not allowed to have any PEDs, which are personally electronic devices like cell phones, iPods. The most you're allowed to have is a calculator, and that's only for the math test, and you can only get one on the part of the test that involves a calculator. And so, sorry if you hear dogs, I'm really sorry. Anyway, so, yeah, like, you have nothing. A teacher has to go to the bathroom with you, you have to stay a certain amount of time, like, all this stuff, and the tests are hard, and, like, if I get a 90 in the class, I'll get a 70 on the Regents. Anyway, so on top of the Regents, we also have to have post-tests and pre-tests. Allow me to explain something to you. On the second day of school, as I walked in on the second day, I didn't know my teachers. They had not had a chance to teach us anything yet. We had not even started on any topics. We had just gotten to know each other. She didn't even know our names. One of my teachers told us how upset she was that she didn't even know our names, and she had to give us a pre-test. We hadn't learned anything. And they give us the test before they have a chance to learn all of our names, before they have a chance to know what kind of personalities we have, if we have any special, like, testing needs, because some people need, like, extended time or proctoring or whatever. And so, yeah, like, our teachers didn't know anything about us, and they have to give us a pretest in every single class, including physical education. We have to sit down and take a written test in gym, in physical education. And then the world wonders why America's obese. So, as I said, on top of the pretest, we also have to have a post-test, or a final, on top of our Regents. That does not, it has to be separate from our Regents. And you have to have one in every class, including physical education and chorus. I took a written test in chorus. How's my voice getting any better? How am I learning anything if I'm sitting there taking a test when we have a concert days away, and we should be working on our music and perfecting things for our concert? And that's a choice. I don't even want to take any extracurricular activities anymore. I don't want to take art. I don't want to take music. I don't want to take extracurricular or choice activities, because we have to take a test in them now. Like, a hard test. And why? Like, for what purpose? Does the state really think that we're going to go in and just sit and learn nothing in school, that the teachers are going to do nothing? I mean, why can't they just walk in or send somebody out to, like, look? Like, just at random come out and just, you know, spectate teaching. Or ask for some of our tests throughout the year, so they know that we're actually doing something. Don't give us all this stupid testing. There's better ways to do it. And I'm just so frustrated. So frustrated. Because on top of our Regents, we have to take a final, which means we're missing review time, learning time, class time, where we should be studying for our Regents to take a final. We don't have time, okay? And on top of that, we're studying for our Regents and a final. Even though they have the same sort of material, it's still like double the studying to make sure you're still good. You still know what you're doing. And we're doing all this homework and review at the same time. And I'm going to pull my hair out of my head. I am going crazy, absolutely insane from all this work. And it's not just me complaining, because I'm a pretty good student. And I don't mind the work because I know it's good for me and I know it's good to get an education. And I value education. We're trying to review at the same time for Regents. And like both count to our grade, so we're screwed either way. If we fail one, we're freaking screwed. And I just think it's ridiculous that we're having all this testing. How are we supposed to review? How are we supposed to learn stuff when we're taking a final and a Regents? And, you know, we're having shortened periods for finals, and we're having all the, like, we're having shortened periods for finals. We're missing our class time for finals. So how are we supposed to review? How are we supposed to learn anything? How are we supposed to be ready for Regents because of these finals? And it's just really stressful. Really, really stressful. And there's all these new state curriculums that we have to meet. All of this new material and course expectations. And it's so hard. Like, I love school. I love going. I love seeing the people now. Like, it's gotten a lot better this year. I love seeing the people. I love my friends, I love going to school, and I've actually considered dropping out of school because of how much testing and how difficult things have become thanks to the new state curriculums. And I'm shouting out to my state government right now, New York State government, this is utter how much testing we have to do. And it needs to change now, because next year you're going to be having a lot more high school dropouts, and this is the worst way to do it. People aren't going to want to go to school anymore because you're making it so hard. You need to stop. And it's not even a reflection of what the teacher's doing. It's a reflection of our memory, okay? I don't remember what I ate for dinner last week. How am I supposed to remember what the binomial expansion formula is, or the distance formula, or that everything is made out of carbon if it burns? How am I supposed to remember all that from September to June? Please explain this to me, how I'm supposed to have a freaking photographic memory. I just can't do it. I can't. And not only that, I have 9 classes in a day, okay? Okay, 8. And I have to memorize stuff for every single class. It's not that easy. I really would like to see all these people who get to make decisions on what our education is like, come to my school, sit in 11th grade classrooms, and you try to pass it. You try to take all the tests we have to take. You try to do this curriculum that you're putting out there. And the thing is that people who are taking the test don't even get a choice. I'm not old enough to vote on who my representatives are. I'm 16 years old, I'm in 11th grade, and most of my seniors are 17 years old, the seniors in my school. They don't get to vote on who their representatives are, and they're making decisions based on our schooling. They don't know us, they don't know what's best for us, they don't know what's best for our education. Because I guarantee you they're not that educated considering the stuff they're putting us through. And I'm just really frustrated, like I said. I'm about to drop out. I'm sick of it. I'm just dead sick of it. And it's just so damn hard and so much work. And I know that it doesn't seem like a lot, but you are in my school. And even our teachers are stressed. Our teachers think it's BS. They're going to a rally in Albany to protest this testing. Our teachers are, okay? That's bad. And you know it's bad when it gets to that. And I have my two siblings sitting out there. They're in middle school. And my brother, on the day of his state test, cried. He pretended he was sick every time he had a state test, trying to get out of going to school because they stressed him out so much. I'm going to go out and interview him for another video pretty soon here, and we're going to see what they think, my 2 middle school siblings, what they think of state tests. In my district, the elementary school kids were messing their pants because they were so nervous for these tests. It's that bad. That bad. And I just really needed to make this video and shout out to the government, stop the damn testing. Regents, fine, whatever. We can have a Regents, but why put a final? Why put a pretest? Especially in physical education. How are we supposed to be exercising if we're sitting down taking a written test? Okay, so summarizing. Pretty much, I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I want to drop out. This is what it's come to. This is what this school has come to. Not my school. Schooling. All the testing needs to stop because it's too much. It's too much on one kid to have to take 8 tests. Even, not all people have that much testing, but at least 5, 6, 7 different tests, like, to study for, plus a Regents. And plus, you know, you're trying to review for your Regents, and then you have to take a final and miss the class time that you're supposed to be using to review. And we're not getting the exercise we need because we're sitting down and trying to study for a state test for a gym class. And then we have to sit down and take the test for gym class. We're not getting any exercise in. And, like, it's not like stuff we already know. I don't take basketball, so how am I supposed to know balance, eyes, elbows, follow through, or, like, I don't work out very often other than gym class, which I'm obviously not getting much time to do, so I don't know the frequency, intensity, time, and type workout plan. I don't care. Like, I just want to do gym class. Thanks. And I'm, like, coming home, and I'm doing hours of homework and review and studying. Hours. Like, I'm, like, so dead, and, like, even if I don't study right when I get home from school, I sleep. I come home and I change into pajama pants and I sleep. I have no time for anything else. My energy is gone because of how much work we're doing. And I know this may seem dramatic, but it's not. It's really not that dramatic. If you were to come and sit in my school and do the work, we'll see how well you do. So, yeah. I'm just tired and I'm stressed and it's too much. Okay, so I know that video clip was pretty heated because I feel pretty heated. It's so much, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but I know a lot of my classmates have shared my frustration, and like I said, and one thing I would also like to bring up is my trigonometry class is Algebra 2 and Trig. When in any other school, you take Algebra 2 and then Trig, separate years, but mine is squished into one year. They're shoving so much into our tiny little noggins that we don't have time to absorb everything. We do a new topic every single day. We don't have time to spend a week on a topic to actually learn it. We have to learn it in one day, know it by learning it in one day, and then taking a test and making sure we know it for a Regents months away. And like I said, it's too much. I would, if I was in the government, I would eliminate the Regents altogether. I would just collect tests from, like, a benchmark test. Does anybody remember benchmarks where you took one every quarter? Even that would be easier than a Regents. You would know we were doing good, but yeah, this is just too much, too hard, and I can't deal with it. So yeah. I just want to thank everybody for watching this video, and you guys don't really see me that heated very often, swearing that often, but I just really think it's ridiculous, and I'm just trying to reach out to our representatives, our state government, and tell you, please stop this testing. Okay, bye.